Okay, folks. Example number 2 says consumers in China. Okay. It says in exercises 7 through 9 because I just chose it from a group of exercises, but we'll get rid of that. It says use the table below. It shows the numbers of some items owned by households in China. It is based on a survey of 3,400 households. So of these 3,400 households, 2,754 own a bicycle, 1,360 own a color TV, 1,972 own a radio, and 102 own cars. Okay. Now it says out of a group of 100,000 households in China, how many would you predict would own a bicycle? Well, let me ask you this. What's the probability that when I choose a person of these 3,400 households, when I choose a household, what's the probability that I'm going to get a household that owns a bicycle? Catherine?
2,754.
So I just write the fraction right there, right? But now, wait a minute. They don't want me to choose out of those 3,400. They want me to choose out of 100,000. Using the first example, what do you think I need to do? Catherine told me that this is the probability of me picking a person that has, or a household that has a bike. How many people, or how many households out of 100,000 do we expect to have bikes? What do I do? Raise your hand. Ian. I don't think so. Wait, what was the rule from before? How did we figure out this was the probability and that was the number of times that we flipped the coins? Or that's what we're... And what did we do with those two things, Ian? Well, no, I did the tree diagram to find out how many of those combinations came up all heads or whatever. But what do I need to do there? Pace? Multiply it by 100,000, right? Excellent. Times 100,000. Whoa. All over 1. Now, what can I do before I multiply these things? Sarah? Not cross multiply, because that has an equal. What's it called? I don't want to hear Jack.
Like canceling.
Canceling, exactly. Well, do you see if this has 2 zeros and that has 2 zeros, that means 100 goes into both of them? And I can just cancel off the 2 zeros, right? That makes them a lot smaller. What else could I do? Let's make them a bit smaller before we try and type them in on our calculator and the number gets so big that it gives us scientific notation. What else could we cancel out? What do you think, CB?
I would know.
Well, I don't know if a 4 goes into both of these things. I definitely know 2 goes into them, right? Because they're even. 2 goes into 34 17 times. How many times does 2 go into 1,000?
500.
500. Thank you, Jack. Okay. I guess that's small enough. Let's go ahead and multiply. What do I get on top? Raise your hand. What do I get on top when I multiply this? Sarah K.
13377.
133770?
00.
00? So we're looking at 13,377,000.
I didn't get that. I got 80.
I don't like that one so
I
much.
got 137.
Let's see. When we multiply 500 by 2,754, what do we get, Elise?
1377000.
That's what exactly what.
No, that says 1,377,000.
Yeah, that's what she got. I was looking at Sarah's.
Okay.
That's exactly.
All over 17. Can you divide 1,377,000 by 17? What do you get, Christina?
Well, actually,
I'm sorry, raise your hand here. Elise?
81,000.
81,000. That's how many out of 100,000 that we would expect to own a bicycle. Great job. Let's look at the next.